Hello everyone. If you clicked on this video and you're watching it, first off, thank you a lot. I appreciate it. I hope what I say gives so sorry. I don't know what that is. I hope whatever happens and is said in this video today takes some sort of light into your life. I hope it does something for you other than watching a video that I made. I'm all in the fall vibes, other than I have no idea what's on my shirt. 100% ready for fall. Love it. Got this at the Goodwill that's closest to us. It's Old Navy. Ooh. Sponsor me. Just kidding. Okay. All right. So I feel like I want to start doing video vlogs of dealing with and working through my anxiety and depression issues. I brought a pen, I brought a notepad, I brought my drink that needs shaking still. I brought my I survived a day in motherhood hair. Yeah. And I'm here, I'm ready. Part of this, I feel like I need to do a lot of apologizing and covering up of that, whatever that stand is. I have a lot to apologize for. And it's hard to carry around feeling like you need to apologize every single day to every single person. I know not everybody's gonna watch this video. Not everybody's gonna understand what it's like to have anxiety or depression. I also apologize because I don't know how to turn that radio off. Pretend there's some other different type of jam going on in the background. Sorry if I also sound awful because I'm about 99% sure that I have the Rona. But I'm at the tail end of it. I'm starting to feel a little bit better. My fever's coming down a bit. It's a little bit better to breathe. No, I was not out partying, and that's how I got it. I got it from work. So, better edit that part out so I don't get in trouble. Anyways, back to the professionalism. So, my brain completely forgot every single thing that I wanted to talk about. Good thing I wrote a list of a couple of things. So sorry I threw that at you guys. It was a piece of something, I don't know. My phone's currently being held up by a superfruit blend fruit spread and some kiwi crepe boxes. Hopefully those do something for you. Can't even remember what I talked about already. I'm so sorry. So like I said, part of this is apologizing. And not everyone's gonna see it. I don't expect everyone to see it. But I do think it'll help myself. I do eventually plan to say sorry to these people in person or whatever method I can best speak to them in, because with COVID going on, you can't really talk to everyone and see everyone. Which part of my anxiety is social anxiety, so talking on the phone to anyone's like, please no. Like, I have to call my work tomorrow to let them know I'm coming in, and for some reason that makes me nervous. I'm not going into work. I'm going in because I have to get tested again, but I have to call, and that frightens the heck out of me. I have to write down every single word that is going to come out of my mouth, including my name. Because once the person answers the phone, my brain is like, what? What is going on? Okay. So I feel like saying things out makes it more fixable for me, if that makes sense. It probably doesn't make sense to you guys. To me, it makes sense because it's a different way of journaling. It's talking. And, you know, I could write out a letter to someone saying how truly, deeply sorry I am, but they're not going to understand the depths of what I'm feeling and how I'm trying to portray it through a letter, just like as if I was going to do it through a text or an email, or even talking on the phone. They're not going to be able to see my expression and my true reaction of how I feel. So that is also part of why I want to do this. I bet a lot of people clicked out by now. If you stayed, thank you so much. I've been a lot of things. I've been bad at a lot of things lately. I recently came to the conclusion that there was a point in my life that just everything in my life just stopped, and I just started this life. And in that process and up into today, I feel like I've been a bad mom. I've been a bad friend. I've been a bad daughter. I've been a bad sister. I've been a bad cousin. I've been a bad friend, everything. I haven't been doing great at everything. I don't know really how I'm supposed to do a lot of things. And there were parts of my childhood that I was like, it's normal that this happens and whatnot. And if that parent is seeing this, I just want to say, thanks for help screwing me up. By the way, it wasn't my mom. She did pretty good for being a single parent. You can't fix everybody. And you shouldn't expect to fix everybody. Everybody is in charge of their self. And it took me a real long time to realize that. And apparently I get PTSD really over small, minuscule things. I had an instance, like when I was going through this part where I was like dropping this life and starting this one. It was like sudden change. Sorry, I'm like crying a little bit now. Now my nose is running. So, I worked at a jail. I thought it was my dream job. It ended up not being my dream job, but I was 100% convinced it was my dream job. I worked 2 jobs until I was able to get full-time at this dream job at the jail. I'd work 3rd shift, and then I'd go in and I'd work as a cashier at a Dollar General after that. Which later, after I left the jail, I ended up being an assistant store manager at a Dollar General, but that's not something I want to talk about. But I get PTSD over the littlest things apparently, and I feel bad about it. I feel like I don't have a valid reason to be upset or for this to bother me, but apparently it affects everybody differently. For an example, one time one of the inmates was on the 2nd floor having a seizure. I could not get into the dorm fast enough to stop them from having a seizure while falling down the stairs. I still have nightmares about that, and that was 5 years ago. at another time where I got into an altercation with an inmate because they wouldn't put their damn shirt on for sitting at the table. It is very little things, but they impacted me in a big way. And I mean, some of that I bring back to, like, when I was little. I thought it was normal that you had to ask your parents if you could take a shower. I thought it was normal to ask your parents if you were allowed to go outside to play. I thought it was normal to ask for a snack. I thought it was normal to be denied any of those things if you didn't earn them. So having things like that happen were just... Plus, I didn't know how to take it. I didn't know to look out for signs for PTSD or trauma in your life, when some people are like, that's nothing. I deal with that every day. But to me, it was a big deal. And it hits everybody differently. Those were like my time where I was splitting, leaving this life, joining this life. Because also when I was at the jail, I had made a bet that if someone was found guilty that was in another county, they were from another county but in our jail, that if they were found not guilty, that I would marry my husband the next week. Because I thought for sure that this guy was guilty. And he was found not guilty. And I ended up marrying my husband. I don't want to comment anymore on that. But if you watch the rest of my channel, you know that we went for infertility for years. I do have a son who's going to be 2 in October. Oh my goodness. I don't know where the time has gone. I'm wishing that this was alcohol right now, but I'm on antibiotics. So tomorrow I can have it. Today I cannot. Just a second. This somehow turned into me going on about PTSD in the jail, and that's not quite how I wanted this video to go. If you want to know more about that, let me know and I'll talk about that. But back on topic, and I'm so sorry, it's already 13 minutes. I'm sorry to all those people I didn't talk to for a really long time, and then came at you with the MLM products. Here, buy my Sunsi. Here, buy my Norwex. Here, buy my Shakeology. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I did that to you. At the time, I had no idea how annoying it was. I had no idea how difficult it is to try and make money on MLM products, especially when you haven't really ever talked to these people before. Totally inappropriate that I realize now. Yeah, that is a Shakeology cup, but I'm not selling it to anybody. I had signed up with Shakeology because I want to lose weight. At one point in time, I weighed 175 pounds and I thought I was fat. And then I had a baby. And now I weigh 230 pounds and I feel awful. I don't like the way I look at all. And it's embarrassing to me. But MLM I'm so sorry I did that to anyone. I ever messaged you and said, hey, do you want to join this party and buy this from me? I'm so sorry. And if you did buy from me, thank you so much. Because I had people asking me for free things all the time when I was selling products for these companies. And, okay, here's a representation for you. At the time that I was selling Sensi, I was making $15 an hour at my full-time, 40-hour-a-week job. And I have no money to show for when I worked at that job, because I spent it all on buying stuff from Scentsy and giving it to people for free, because I felt like if I gave people free stuff, they're gonna buy more from me, which ended in me buying more and more stuff to give to them for free. Or friends would say they wanted something for free, and don't abuse your friends like that. But I gave them to them for free. I spent thousands of dollars on Scentsy to give away to friends or family for free, because they asked for it and I didn't want to disappoint them. I don't like disappointing people. I do it often, but I don't like disappointing people. I bail on a lot of things that I have to do or plan to do because I get entirely too anxious about it, to the point where I have to pee every 5 minutes. And what fun is it to go out and hang out with someone who's going to run to the bathroom every 5 minutes, or they need to stop the car every 5 minutes? I'm working on it. I promise. I am working on it. And a part of the weight gain and in that drastic change of lifestyle, I came to a point where I noticed, and I actually sadly just noticed this in this last week. Someone I follow on Instagram, I think her name is Beetroot Brooke, I think. She mentioned something along the lines, I know I'm gonna butcher this badly, something along the lines of eating for pleasure and not for nutrition, which is 110% what I've been doing. I've been eating for pleasure and not for nutrition. I want to eat pizzas. I want to eat pasta. Yeah, I'll buy the broccoli and the carrots and all the healthy things. But then I'm like, well, I have pasta, and that just really is really gonna feel good when I eat it. So I need to get back on track of eating for nutrition. I don't think I've ever purposefully eaten for nutrition. I've purely eaten for pleasure. Whatever's gonna make me feel good inside, because I haven't found an outlet yet of how to change my feelings isn't what I want to say. Work through them. Shoving a bowl full of pasta in my face, it's not gonna cut it. Okay, so I'm just gonna stop this video here because I feel like I'm going on a whole long tangent, and if you stuck through this, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to talk to you soon.